Hey Aries, how's it going? Welcome to Airy Fairy Tarot. My name is Fairlight. Starting out with my same disclaimer. Don't mind any background noise or music in the back. I am at work. And if anybody happens to be in downtown Asheville at this time or anytime, come on by Instant Karma. And I'm here. I do palm readings, tarot readings, natal astrology charts, whatever you like. Come on in and check it out. But you don't have to be in Asheville to get a reading from me. If you would like a reading from me, you can follow the info below. All right, enough of that. Let's get into your reading. So Aries, I did quite a bit of meditating and saying no to this card, no to that one, and they were persistent about wanting to come up. So I guess let's just get right into it. It's really confusing. The energy that's coming out, it looks like you've got a lot of conflicted energy happening right now. So while I feel pulled to start with this one, which is a card of victory, I really feel guided to start with this. And really this is part of a choice, believe it or not. Now this is a whole stack of cards, so I'm not going to show all of them. But one side shows a balance and one side shows an imbalance. And so it kind of looks like a relationship, kind of an imbalance. If it's not a relationship, then I guess just apply the energy. But the way the cards are, without revealing everything behind them, because that's a lot of cards to come out, but it just shows a lot of confliction. It's like a relationship maybe didn't work out or is not working out, and it's on the side where the 3 cups are spilled and this mourning, this relationship not working out. But if you would just turn around and see the 2 cups standing, and there you have justice. Actually, I will show what's behind that. Justice and a new beginning. So Aries, if you have recently lost a relationship, that in itself is like, it's interesting that it's part of a choice to be made, but this one thing is a part of a choice to be made. So in a way it's saying, choose your perspective wisely. It really looks like you've got some really good things if you realize that whatever this ending was, wow, and boy, doesn't that inform that. The star reversed behind the 2 of cups reversed. So the end of this is actually the end of you not shining bright. Whew. Take that in. If it was a relationship or just some situation that didn't work out, something you really wanted it to be something. You really wanted it to be something beautiful, but you weren't shining. It was dimming your light, man. And anything that you dim your light for, that's really not what's best for you, as much as you might want it to be, especially if it's another person. Like, them might have seemed so great, but if you had to be diminished for them to love you, then is that really love? Or is it just a perpetuated, toxic codependency kind of a thing? So if you'll just turn around and see that there are 2 cups still standing, and actually this is justice for you. This is a balance for you. This was actually a good thing. And or maybe you're in a situation where you're considering leaving a relationship. I feel like this kind of highlights, if there's an imbalance going on, maybe it's just better to walk away, Oh, and I see that. And this is a new beginning. And this is I always look at Pentacle energy as being like foundational. And so it's a new opportunity to start something that can be in the long run fulfilling. You can be laying a foundation for something solid. So again, that was one side of the choice card, a decision to be made. The other side is fighting. So it's like, either recognize that it's over and start over, or just keep fighting more of the same. But in light of that, like, is there really a choice to be made, you know? Maybe just let it go. All right, so those are not the only cards that came out. That was just what kind of wanted to be started. What really wanted to come out at first was a triumphant card, a celebration kind of a thing. And it's interesting that you go from the 5 to the 6. So you go from fighting to victory. Aries, what the hell is going on here, man? Either way, you're going to win. So, I don't know. It's almost kind of confusing, but just a lot of energy to work through. So, like, before I even look at it, it's like I want to take a deep breath. Let's get centered a little bit, because there's a lot of distraction going on, and a lot of, like, while it seems obvious, like, knock out the drama or keep fighting the drama, but it's this desire to win. You know, Aries, I recently saw a funny thing. You know how people will put things out on Facebook, like little things like this and this in the zodiac signs. And so there was one that was like what the zodiac sign calls their lover. And it struck me that that the pet name for a lover for Aries is opponent. Opponent, Aries, really? Come on now. All right, so here I'm trying to give clarity, and I'm like, I am so confused, Aries. What victory do you get out of fighting? Like, maybe change a perspective on this whole what a partner is. Like, does your partner need to be an opponent? It's interesting, we have the Justice card with all of this stuff going on behind it. But underneath that, we've got a card of imbalance. And underneath this decision, it's all about success, right? Being triumphant. So that's some strange energy. I'm just like, put your feet on the floor and take a deep breath. What are we revealing here, Aries? Okay. Forgive me for getting confused with all of this. So I'm looking now at all of the other cards, because I haven't even displayed all of the cards. So I'm really confused about this Justice card, yet there's unbalance underneath. Really, it looks like whatever route you go through, you're going to be successful. You're going to triumph either way. Because on the other hand, now I'm looking, there's this fight over here. But going in this direction, you've got the Knight of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. And the Success card is moving in that direction. So it's almost like if you are in a relationship, oh man, what a mess, Aries. Okay, before I can even acknowledge this, they want me to acknowledge this. And I don't do any particular spreads. I kind of, like with yours, I shuffled and I focused, and they gave me like sneak peeks, and there were some that came out and that I put back in and that came out again, like the Triumph card. Another card that came out was the Four of Pentacles. And this is like, well, sometimes it can look like protecting your heart, but sometimes it can be clinging too tightly, holding on when it's time to let go. And what this was coupled with was the Queen of Wands reversed. So it's like you're holding tightly to to something that is no longer what you want it to look like. Again, there's just a lot of illusion, wishing that something was what it isn't, wishing that something had turned out the way you dreamed it would be. And it's like you're really attached to it looking a certain way, that it's like you've got rose-colored glasses on, and you don't see it for what it really is. And so even this, it's like you have a choice to make, but she's blind. And it's like, take the blinders off and see it for what it is. It feels like either way. Okay, again, you've got this Justice card, and it was overlaying this Page of Pentacles. And then you've got this Knight of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles, which kind of looks like, I think you'll be more successful if you let go of the illusion. Let go of what you're holding on to so tightly, and start giving your love, your emotional nourishment to something that's a more solid foundation. And in this case, it's kind of like getting back to basics, maybe being... It's funny because I'm airy fairy, and boy, do I act airy fairy in these videos. Like, this got so frustrating and confusing, I almost turned off the video and said start over again, but something said no, maybe it'll make sense to some Aries out there. I really hope it makes sense to somebody. I want to help get through this confusion, So really what it's feeling like is, if there's a new business venture, this feels like money. It doesn't always mean money. I like to read it as a solid foundation, planting seeds. But this is definitely newness type energy. And this is an offer of love, but he's offering it to this new idea, or this new opportunity, this new seed being planted, which is something that it feels like it's just for you. It's just for you. Whatever interaction you've been having with another person, which it strongly, looks like it could be romantic. But again, for those of you that aren't having a romantic experience, apply it to what it is. It feels like the more you keep trying to relate to this person, the more it's creating an imbalance. So find your balance again. Go towards what you understand. Go towards this new idea, this new grounding sort of. And it's funny, like I said, it's not usually for me to say get grounded and focus on money. I'm like, let's get all la spiritual or whatever. But in this case, yeah, get grounded, man, woman, whatever, get grounded. It's like, if you're trying to illuminate somebody else, it's just codependency. You're trying to resist being alone, but underneath it, it's just codependency. This is not true love. This is toxic. This is being addicted to an energy that is not good for you. It's toxic. And again, it's that whole opponent thing, that fighting thing. And it's like, are you just trying to win? Do you realize that the person you're dealing with is a person? Sorry to call you out like that, but like, you'll just say anything to win? Don't you care if you're hurting somebody? And if they're doing this to you, do you want to keep fighting with them? If you're just going to walk away feeling like shit? Either way, if you're going to be in this interaction and there's all this fighting and somebody is just saying whatever it takes to win, and not really like, does it just saying whatever it takes to win? What do you really gain from that? What does anybody gain from this fighting? Somebody's getting hurt. That is toxic. Don't be afraid to be alone for a while. All right, get out of this toxic energy. And look, if you'll just be alone for a while, it's going to turn in your favor. All right? The energy will turn in your favor. Get out of this energy. Get out of that energy and just find your own inner light again. Stop trying to illuminate anybody else. And then I've got this other deck, and now I get what it's talking about. In the rejection, if you walk away from this person, you might feel rejected at first, but it leads to a whole new self-discovery. This situation, face the rejection and get to self-discovery, because underneath that, you've got self-worth. All right? Have faith. Have faith that being alone for a while is going to turn things in your favor. And wow, then it turns into a spiritual reading. Then you've got enlightenment and prayer. Now, prayer can be anything. Prayer can be playing the guitar. Prayer can be painting. Prayer can be, or you can actually pray. If you're fine with doing that, meditate, pray, whatever it is. But the yellow, I really like the yellow. Both of these cards is about taking your personal power back, finding your own answers, going within, finding that inner light, taking your personal power back, and seeing that you do have the answers, and that, winning an argument and saying whatever it takes to win may not be the highest path for you. All right? Well, that's not the most joyful reading I've ever done, Aries, but, are we here for fluff, or are we here for truth? It's painful. I'm sorry that you're going through this. I just, and then the way the cards just laid themselves, I didn't do this on purpose, but this triumph is all about going within and finding that inner truth, finding that inner light. The triumph is your inner light. And I just saw 1717, so I feel like that there's something, if you're into numbers, look up 17 and see what the spiritual message is for that. You will get through this. One way or another, you will get through this. It's just, do you want to face the truth now and start putting your energy into building yourself up again? Or do you want to keep fighting until somebody walks away really pissed off and hurt? It's up to you, Aries. All right. I hate to leave on that note, but self-discovery, baby. Self-discovery. So it's not the most joyful reading, but I guess it could be worse. Just be alone for now, all right? Just go within, be alone. The triumph is in discovering yourself. All right. Love and joy to you, Aries, and I hope this helps. If you'd like a personal reading, hit me up. Love and blessings. Thank you, Aries. Bye.